whoever made the comment about the, bald-headed hussy. I just think that I just hope that that same energy is given on the other end, because I agree. I think that there are, I'm just, unless it's a financial thing, like the other person commented, like sometimes the money and resources and stuff just makes it to where it's better financially to just fake it and just act like everything is okay, to keep the money together and whatnot, because the children are old enough for them to divorce. But
Yeah.
you just have to be in a position to really be okay with that, because in this situation we can definitely understand Will walking away, and we will all support it, male or female, right? But
Mm.
I think that, do we give that same grace on the end of the woman? That's all I'm saying, because a lot of times we bring up statistics and we say, why is she walking away, why is she leaving? It don't matter, she should have stayed there. There's not some, I think we think there's some type of secret sauce that women have of iron steel to be able to constantly endure so many painful experiences in a marriage. So I'm just saying, Mr. I love that comment, but I hope that same energy goes both ways. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna leave it at that.
And to big piggyback off of that, what I would say is more men need to tap into the inner young Jeezy and start walking away, right? The marriage rate shouldn't be 80%, 90% women. Maybe it should be 50-50 or whatever. Man, you know what I mean? So stop sticking it out so long. Go ahead and chunk the deuces up. All right.
There you go. I
And
know a lot of times whenever we get into it, saying, it's situations where these women need to stay in these marriages. A lot of times we say that and we stand on that square, and it's just an observable truth where you say, okay, let's say Will and Jada do get divorced. We all, everybody will be okay with it. Now, where does that leave Jada? Like, like, now she wild. She may not, she may get her girlfriend or two boyfriends, who knows? So that's kind of a bad example. But for a woman that's actually a wife that has 2, 3, 4 kids by their husband, and they divorce because she's not happy, because she's seen a text in his phone or whatever. How is it better for her, instead of her working this out, something she has built with the man? How's it better for her to leave because she's hurt in this moment, when she's going to leave him, go back out into the open sexual marketplace, inevitably looking for another man comparable to better than the man she was just with, because obviously she don't like him, she left him. And as we observe, that's error 304. It does not compute. They leave them, and then they're like, who we got? Lala and Carmelo Anthony.
I
All you see, she left them. She wasn't happy, whatever. I guess they did wild stuff, and now she back out here, and she has made the modern woman's cry. I don't want a man. Ain't the fact that I can't get a man. I simply don't want one. Now
So
take that.
what I have to say to that is very true and very good point. I think unfortunately that men have the opportunity to go back out there, like you said. Will still looks pretty good. Jada looks good too. Don't get me wrong, both of
Mhm.
them look good. And Will still does have the opportunity to go out there and get another woman and decide to get married today or tomorrow, because we do have a lot of women who are very thirsty for marriage and who are ready to get
Mhm.
married today or tomorrow, and it's on the top of their priority list, versus Jada, going out there and trying to get married again. She's gonna have a harder time finding another husband. Like you said, some women do get to the point where they get tired and they don't really want a husband after
Mm.
being with somebody for so long, or to your point, they do. But then after you being out there like that, nobody really wants to marry you. The only thing I would say is, unfortunately, because they are celebrities and their business is kind of being put out there like that, I think it makes it even harder, even with like who is it, Tia Mowry or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
So it's like it's put out there. And so I think it makes it harder versus a normal woman in the real world. It's more difficult. You one
There you
could
go.
one could argue, but it's still possible. There are women who get married again in their 40s. There are women who get married again in their 50s. My solution to that is I would suggest them date older. I would suggest that those women go back out there and do not try to find somebody younger or their own age. That is the best solution for them if they want to find somebody else. That's what I would say. But it is
There you go.
hard. I agree.
So dating older, right quick, dating older, if you 50, And you're a woman, how much older can you get with a man? I think we only expected to live to about 60,
She's gonna have to go
65.
up there. She's gonna have to figure it out. Or like you said, maybe she got enough money to just a lot of the women, they just, they kind of just they're at that point. It's the I think women do a swap. I think men play younger, and I think these older women get in their 40s and 50s. They were good girls, all they like, whatever, married for a long time, and then they decide, I really don't want a husband. It didn't work. Most men cheat. It's hard for them to be monogamous. So now I'm older. I'll just kind of not necessarily be a 304 or whatever you call it, but maybe I will just kind of just find somebody who I date. And I think a lot of them come to that solution because they can financially at that point, I guess, take care of themselves.
There
but
you go.
I definitely agree with you.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
right,
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
yes,
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
So here we go. She got a book out. Will put his book out first. So I guess Will put his book out first, slinged a little dirt, and now this is her retaliation. So they ain't fighting in the public. They fighting through these books. All right. It'll be a money grab. Who knows?
There you go. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Like back to the Hollywood, back to that socioeconomic status we don't know nothing about. They out here. You know what's crazy? Let's keep it a buck. Will and Jada could sit here and talk bad about each other, yada yada, fight on camera, go live, embarrass each other, and then they go make $2 million a piece off a book, meet in Paris and hunch and say F you too, and go their separate ways. It's they wild like that, and then so you gotta take all this with a grain of salt, man.
Yeah, I think it's a money grab. They're old, Will and slap somebody on stage, so he's not getting too many movie offers at this point. And he was the last leg of financial resources for the both of them, because the Red Table Talk, I mean, I'm sure people really watch it. I'm sure people still watch it, but so many podcasts out right now and just different means of people getting entertainment. I think they're at a point of just trying to grab as much money as they can while they can. So I think it's just I think it's just a matter of doing something to catch people's attention. I think it's BS.
It's definitely
okay. So I'm gonna pull this video up to drive everybody's point further home. Now check this out. Jada's book coming out, right? Who in the background?
No, don't do that. No, don't come on. Oh,
here we go.
See?